I'll be honest with you guys, I've been kind of ducked out of sports lately. Okay, I don't even check the headlines or anything like that. And I know that most of the different, or at least most of the important sports are like right in the middle of their season, but I just don't care. Okay, like I used to be a big fan of all of these different mainstream sports, but now I just couldn't care less because every time that I look and whenever I do, even in passing, see a headline that's, oh, a bunch of kids tested positive for the coof, and the resource-strapped team loses to whatever. It's like, who gives a fuck? But this one crossed my desk, okay, and it just showed that Kyrie Irving was going to be playing road games for the Nets after saying that he wouldn't be coming back to the team until he became vaccinated because I guess Omicrons are running wild, brother, on the Brooklyn Nets. So they need somebody to play for him, but that ruffled the feathers of professional bitching and complainer. Skip Bayless blasts a shameful Nets for bringing back unvaccinated Kyrie Irving. Yeah, he wasn't going to bow to any sort of pressure, so they were kind of caught between a rock and a hard place because there was also thoughts of, trying to trade him out of one of these insane states, but didn't really pan out. But let's see what this racist has to say. Fox Sports 1, Skip Bayless ripped the Brooklyn Nets on Monday for bringing back their unvaccinated guard Kyrie Irving, a move Bayless says poses an enormous threat to their team. How so? Everybody else is vaccinated, so what are they scared about? Oh, okay, cool. They're injury depleted by putting everybody on the COVID list, but they're all vaccinated. Oh, wait a minute. On Friday, the Nets announced that Irving, who is sitting out the season due to his refusal to comply with New York City's vaccination mandate, which prevents him from playing home games at the Barclays Center and then also playing to division rival New York Nets for same reason, would rejoin the team for road games. However, less than 24 hours after rejoining the team, Irving entered the NBA's coronavirus protocols. I wonder why. Bayless was no fan of the move and had thoughts. To me, it's shameful, very shameful. But by their logic, and this is, a mainstream sports nowadays, you criticize a black guy and you're a white guy, you're a racist. So why would he say something like that on television? I don't get it. The crushing irony of this whole development is he betrayed his team over COVID, and they crawled back to him because of COVID. Bayless continued the very thing he refused to protect himself and his team against. Because, in today's climate, it's like vitamins, taking vitamins and different supplements to make sure that your diet is properly fulfilled and you get all the vitamins and minerals that you need, but they don't work. They don't work until everybody under your roof, everybody in your home takes their vitamins as well. Isn't that a weird thing about this vaccine that we have? All fucking strange shit. The very thing he refused to protect himself and his team against, and now wrecked the whole basketball team to the point where they say we have no other choice. We got to ask him to come back. Yeah, it really does suck, huh? It's so nice that he didn't bend the knee in light of this stuff, but the Nets aren't the only team that's being ravaged by this, I guess. Okay, like I said, I'm not really paying attention to this. All I'm seeing is different teams that are down, and then they're having to sign. I think I seen Lance Stevenson, the old ear blower. He's getting a 10-day contract from the Atlanta Hawks, if I do remember correctly. Yeah, he's going to be there because the Atlanta Hawks is dealing with quite an outbreak problem themselves. But so remember when all of this shit kicked off in March, the NBA was the first professional sports team to say that, oh no, we're postponing our season, please. We're so scared by this. And what came out of China? Oh, nothing bad comes out of China, so just shut it down. But apparently they're not looking at closing. They're not looking at pausing the season, rather, mostly because nobody else wants to go back to Disney World and finish the season in a bubble because they already ripped up all of those Black Lives Matter boards for the court, I guess. No logic to pausing NBA season amid rampant COVID outbreaks. Yeah, no, really do hate to see it. I don't think anybody is really paying attention. Have you seen the numbers lately? Silver appeared on ESPN's NBA Today on Tuesday to discuss the matter. No plans right now to pause the season. That could change in a couple of days, and mostly they're probably just going to wait for their most profitable day because they have a big slate of games for Christmas Day, but then after that, things could change, and I'd imagine they're probably going to, so if I was to put money on anything, just give me a little bit of a tip. We've, of course, looked at all the options, but frankly, we're having trouble coming up with the logic that would be behind pausing right now. So what was it before exactly? The virus will not be eradicated, and we're going to have to learn to live with it. Wow. Well, why don't you tell some lawmakers that are out there? That'd be great. Silver said the league isn't there yet, but it might reach a point where only symptomatic players are tested. Huh. Cool. He said the NBA players are about 65% boosted. Cool. And again, you're having this massive outbreak, and 65% of kids are boosted. That's cool. And that it's possible they will shorten the window in which players are out due to a positive test. He said that about 90% of the positive tests are showing the Omicron variant. Oh my God. Earlier this week, amid game cancellations and positive tests this month of over 100 players, including Giannis Antetokounmpo, James Harden, Kevin Durant, and Trae Young, the NBA made provisions to allow teams to sign extra players, and that's where Lance Stevenson would have got his 10-day contract. Over the weekend, the NFL announced new protocols to test fewer players. Oh no, but they're postponing and moving games? Because I think I seen a game that was being played, or another swath that's going to be played during the week or something like that, but I thought that they had all these strong provisions that would prevent everything, and they got high vaccination rates. What happened? But yeah, anyways, to continue, announced new protocols to test fewer players who were fully vaccinated and asymptomatic, but it had little impact. On Monday, 47 players were added into COVID-19 protocols. Wow, safe and effective. We are in relatively uncharted waters here with the sheer volume of positive tests across sports as well as society. Yeah. So we should just shut down the world again because that worked so well the first time. And the next few months of cold weather above the Mason-Dixon line presumably will not help matters. Yeah, and exactly. If you just keep going further north from the Mason-Dixon line, you're going to find yourself without hockey. Oh no, that sucks. I wish I cared. Okay. It's the little brother of the Big Four, definitely 100%. But up here in Canada, I think we talked about this. Okay, Toronto Maple Leafs, they were cutting their capacity at whatever they call Maple Leafs Gardens nowadays. They were cutting their capacity for fans all of a sudden overnight, even for fans that already paid their ticket bill. They were cutting their capacity of the stadium in half, okay? And then in Quebec, who have just been absolutely fucking wilting violets in the face of all of this stuff, they were just not allowing anybody into the building, and then they were going to be making further decisions on fans for a Saturday game. I think it was a Thursday game that was being postponed. Or not postponed, rather, not allowed any fans to be allowed in. But now they're just taking the season and taking their puck and going home, eh? Let's see what this is all about. National Hockey League will halt its season Wednesday as fear spread over the Omicron coronavirus variant. You should probably learn some stuff, though, before you start making these big, crazy decisions, because you'd find out that there's not a lot to be afraid of. But anyways, in an announcement on Monday, the NHL said that the National Hockey League Players Association agreed to postpone the 5 games that remain on schedule on Thursday, December 23rd, in order to begin the collectively bargained holiday break effective with the conclusion of games tomorrow night, December 21st. So tonight is going to be the last day, so all practices and games will be off between December 22nd and 25th until players are permitted to report back to their clubs, which be used for testing practices and or travel only. Upon returning from the holiday break to team facilities, no individuals in the team's traveling party shall enter the facility or other than for testing purposes, because be testing of something you don't even know that you have. You might not even be symptomatic about it, but still be scared about it. It's so deadly. It's so deadly. It needs all these precautions, even though you can be sick and dying with it and not even know that you have it. Fucking weird, huh? Until they have a negative test result. Dun dun dun. The NHL regular season should resume on Monday, December 27th. It concluded. I wouldn't hold my breath on that. Tuesday's games, Washington at Philadelphia and Tampa Bay at Vegas, will be played as planned, according to the Washington Post. The NHL is now the first major pro sports league in North America, with plans to halt play entirely, albeit briefly. Let's see if this decides to disseminate to the NFL I doubt it. Okay, because what, Saturday's Christmas. Maybe not. I don't think so. But basketball, oh, if there's any team to walk it back right after this Saturday, right after Christmas, after that swath of games, it's definitely going to be them, because after that, yeah, no, they can just decide to wait it out due to a collective thought of the public conscious made out of an abundance of safety. Yeah, fuck off. I'm so tired of all of this shit, and I'm sure you guys are too, even if you are paying a passing bit of attention to any of these major sports leagues, which are just kind of major bitches at this point. But with that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.